Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. And as we mentioned yesterday, we have one of our, what do I say, our energy source, Abbas Kapadia. He was a friend who we met in Middle East and an amazing photographer, somebody who is always so much full of positive thoughts as well as inspiration and energy. I don't have the right words to describe him. He started with landscape photography, then got into wildlife as well. So any segment, whichever he is interested in, you will be able
He
to
didn't
see
know.
amazing collection of photos from his side. We had a little bit of technical issues in the morning. I mean, in connecting, so that was the reason for the delay. And let me just invite him to the stage so that we can get the rest of the stories from him. And we are talking about two different sections today. One is the landscape side and one is going to be his wildlife side, from two trips which he have done recently. And here we have Abbas Kapadia over here. Hello, Abbas D.
Hi, how are you, Nisha?
I'm good. How
Thank
are
you
you?
very much for inviting me and asking me to present on this very prestigious platform which you and Hermes have created, Paws Trail, with such a large following. I'm honored to be here this morning, and I hope I can do justice to your platform. Uh,
Thank you, Abbas D. Thank you so
yeah.
much. I can see some golden light in your background. So, which version you are going to start with? Are we going to? I'm sorry, I didn't go through all your credential because it's a long list. But when it comes to uh, FIAP and ARPS, and if I'm going, it's like an A to Z for me. A long list of distinctions from across the world. So, congratulations for all the new ones to begin with.
Okay, can you see my front for full screen, Nisha?
Yes, I can see it
Okay, so I
now.
can begin.
Yes.
I'm fine. Hi, good morning, everyone. I don't know, good morning is for my friends over here in Chicago and US. And I think if my cousin's watching from Malaysia, it's very close to good morning, a day ahead. And then there are people from India, very good evening and late afternoon, from Dubai and from the Europe side. Thanks everyone for joining in and giving your valuable time to view my presentation. I hope I can do justice to the time you have given me. Uh, so
Will
I'm going
do
to
a
present
bus.
two, sorry, everything okay?
Yes, everything is perfect.
I'm going to present two unique perspectives, or I'm going to share with you two unique perspectives. One is the empty quarter, which is vast, dry, and empty in the Arabian Gulf, and the other one is full of life. I'm going to take you up to nature up front in the Rift Valley, that is Masai Mara in Kenya. Excuse me. So I start first with the empty quarter. That was supposed to be my backyard when I was in Dubai. I was in Dubai for about 42 years and I had some of the best time of my life over there. And there in the backyard, that's in Abu Dhabi, about 5 hours drive from Dubai, we have this empty quarter. It's huge. It's the largest continuous sand desert in the world. It's about 630 miles long and 320 miles wide. It's much bigger than the size of the country France. It's France plus 40,000 square miles to spare. And this is just trying to show you the vastness of the empty quarter. Empty quarter stretches from Saudi Arabia to United Arab Emirates to Oman and to Yemen. It's continuous, like I said, the largest sand desert in the world. Three-quarters of it belongs to Saudi Arabia. Let me say it may be looking empty from outside on the top, but underneath it is loaded with black gold. Black gold, it has the world's largest oil reservation, the world's largest oil reserves are over there. This is the early morning shot. which you should never miss when you are in the deserts. The best time of the desert is either the morning sunrise or at sunset. It is uninhabited and unexplored. It's daunting and inhospitable. It is an attraction for adventurous traders who wishes to experience a real natural wonder. So this is the early morning site. It's early morning or early evening. You will get a play between light and shadow, and that's the best time that you can capture pictures with good deep shadows and light like this one has given up. And I must thank for this picture a young girl who pushed me up to climb up the huge dunes because I had given up halfway. I think I really had to crawl up to reach the top. And when I reached the top, I got this wonderful composition. Thanks, Priyanshi. This one is the late evening shot, just at sunset. So you're seeing the dunes in the early morning, and now you're seeing the dunes in the late evening. And that's the time when we were ready for breakfast. That's our campfire. And then came in the pot of the chai with the mint leaves. The north wind, which is known in Arabic as shamal, that blows into this empty quarter, or known in Arabic as rib al-khali. The north wind is a strong wind, and it carries with it a huge load of sand, and that helps in continuously molding or shaping the sand dunes. So it's ever changing designs that you will get on the sand dunes. This is just a late evening shot. Suddenly we saw a cyclist come out from nowhere, and the light was perfect on the two dunes, one in the foreground and one in the background. The north wind not only keeps changing the shapes of the dunes, but it also leaves behind a lovely designs. There are different designs. If you look again at the foreground, you got a different design from the background. And these designs you can only see once when you go into the interior of the desert, because it's not much frequented by the tourists or the four-wheel drives. Because once if there are four-wheel drives over there, then they will leave the tire mark and they will spoil all the designs or the picture that you want to compose. Once again, if you look in the foreground and then compare with the background, beautiful dunes, huge dunes, 3-story high. It's pretty hot in summer. It's about 133 Fahrenheit. That's the daytime temperature, and maybe it drops down to 70 Fahrenheit during the night time. These are the salt flats in the empty quarter. Again, a different shape of dunes and the shape of the desert. The camels, there are plenty of them. Either they are being kept there for breeding, owned by some rich Arabs who have their camel pens over there, or they are in wild. This we just followed one of the pen which was breeding camel over there, and they are going out for the morning drink. And that's just bringing it down. Very soft, fine sand. The sand has a unique reddish color, and that's due to the very high percentage of quartz content in the sand.
Okay.
And that's our tent. And you can see against the backdrop of the huge sand dunes. Usually, it is advisable to go in 2 cars. There should be 4-wheel drive and a strong engine. I think Land Cruiser or Nissan Petrol, something like that. You need 2 cars because in case if one gets stuck, the other is there to help to pull it out. And then, of course, yes, you need to have the air pressure pump, which when you connect to the battery, it's operated. Because when you're going up on the dunes, you're going to deflate the tire to 16 and 17 psi. And once you come on the firm ground, then you're going to put the air back into the tire. Carry with you a lot of batteries because there's no electricity over there. Carry with you a lot of water. This is early morning shot where I had climbed up the dune with a friend, Yusuf Husni from Abu Dhabi. And then I just saw that it was wonderful to capture the footprints. That's another one thing you have to be cautious about. Once you climb up on the dunes, follow your friends' footprints so you don't spoil the dunes designed by having a lot of footprints all over it. So decide which dune you want to click or to compose, and then don't go up on the dunes till you discuss with your friends, and then you decide and map it out.
Wow.
That's the dunes. You get lost into it. Once you leave the main road and you go interior, then everything looks the same. So either you should have a very good navigation skill with you. Well, we had with us a pilot, Said Shamsi, whom I'm grateful he took us over there, and Ali, who takes the people out for hiking and trails over there. So I think I was in a very, very, very safe company with them.
Okay.
I've got something here which was in Wiki Travels, if I can read it. If you aren't a confident, experienced, well-equipped sand dune desert driver, Wiki Travel cannot prepare you for something like the empty quarter. This is from Wiki Travel. So you've got to be prepared, you've got to be experienced, or you move in with people who I experience into the interior of the desert. You can go near the main road surrounding the desert or taking you to the desert and leave her.
Okay.
This is the camel pan, and that's the tent. The tent is open for any visitor to. It welcomes any visitor over there. There's always dates and water, and if you're
Okay.
lucky, there would even be tea with mint leaves in it.
That's great.
Yeah, and that is a photographer with a lovely story because we wanted to capture some vegetation over in the empty quarter, and it was afternoon time. You see, there are no shadows, so the harsh was light, and the light was harsh. And we went along, and suddenly we didn't know that we had crossed into the Saudi border. You see,
Oh,
yes, and then lucky. I mean, yeah, I had with me the Emirati friends of mine who were fluent in Arabic. So when the Saudi patrol came, they explained that we didn't know we had trespassed their area, and then they guided us back into the Dubai, the Abu Dhabi area. You see, they are guarding it because it has the world's largest oil reserve. And this photo was very much appreciated by Royal Photographic Society of Great Britain.
that's a beautiful one.
It's a beautiful. That's a huge dune in the background. There's a huge dune.
Wonderful.
There is wildlife, yes. When you go closer to Oman, these are the oryx over there. You'll find plenty of them. I think they have started breeding again.
Yeah.
And then we were lucky to find in our territory in Abu Dhabi a deer over there.
It's beautiful.
We have camels, plenty of camels. The black ones they imported from Saudi Arabia, and they're expensive. They're expensive camels, and they are bred especially for the races. Liva has an annual festival every year. That's in February. It goes on for 3 or 4 days. It comprises of many exhibitions. You have the best dates prize where the dates are put on for competition. You have the camel beauty pageant, and then you have the camel race and even the Saluki dog race. I mean, when you are there in February, you should visit this annual festival. It's very different from the city life. That's the black camel on its own.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, we've got very nice shades, and that you can even feel the texture of the sand over there, when the
Yeah.
photographs. That's with a baby calf, early morning.
Yes.
Well, the light is very harsh. So, yeah, I mean, the best time to click is in the morning, like this time when you can see the shadows, long shadows, you know. So
Yeah.
it's, I think up to 10 o'clock, Nisha, is one of the best time. And then, of course, yes, we used to start scouting for the place, come back to the tent, and then relax, and then again start out in the evening at 5 o'clock or something. You know,
Okay.
it's wonderful feeling when you're over there. This Emirati friends, they don't usually go there for photography reason. They just go to unwind themselves over there. uh, this one was very much liked by the National Geographic,
Wonderful.
and that's at sunset, the camel returning with his keeper to the pen, and we just found the light in the background. I think for this picture we even had some of our club members, Manu and Clement over there, and even Mukun was there. We had
Mm-hmm.
some nice picture of this camel returning back home. And that's our 1,000-star hotel. We were staying in a 1,000-star at night. Yeah. Well, I didn't. I was not much into astrophotography at that time, but I've been promised by Mr. Said Samshi, who's also a member of the GPU board, that next time when I'm out in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, we will spend a couple of nights for astrophotography.
This
And that's a night picture.
amazing image.
Amazing image, yeah. Very nice one. This also was liked by the National Geographic. And that's me, taken by one of our colleagues. Um I would like to thank especially my friends who helped me to compile my panel. This was a very successful panel for my Silver in Photographic Society of America. You see, Nisha, what I like is not having one excellent picture. Wherever I go now, I try to make a panel of 10, 15, or 20 pictures with the same composition or the tone or the storytelling pictures, and then I am very happy if I can make that. Yeah, these are the pictures that you submit then for distinctions.
Great.
Well, that brings me to the second part of my presentation, and that's Masai Mara, the Untamed. What I like about this place, Nisha, I know you're the master of the field, you and Hermes, as far as Masai Mara goes and the wildlife that goes. Uh, but what I like is the stage. This is like a stage to me where things keep happening.
Yeah.
You cannot have a script for this place. You do not know what's in store for you for the day or even for the moment. So the best thing is a challenge that you've got to be ready. And here I had two cameras with two lenses. One was with uh, 200 to 500, but I think after my trip, I discussed with Nisha, and I would correct that for people who are going next time to take 80 to 400, because sometimes the wildlife comes so close to you that the 200 is no good at that time. And the
Yeah.
second is a camera I kept for 24 to 70 only to capture most of the time the landscape.
Yep.
So uh, every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must outrun the fastest lion or it will be killed. Every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the slowest desert or it will starve. It doesn't matter whether you are a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be running. And I think the same goes for us photograph. When the sun comes up, you better be out with your camera, otherwise you'll miss some of the best pictures.
Yep.
Welcome to Masai Mara.
Thank you.
Yeah. I had gone with an intent over there. I have gone before, uh, at least 3 times, but this time I decided I would go in August to capture the migration of about 2.3 million animals crossing the Mara River going into Tanzania. This is the annual migration, where the animals gather and they cross the Mara River to get into the Serengeti. And this is the shot over there, what it looks like. But from this shot, I was not so lucky. I was a bit 2 weeks earlier. Well, you cannot predict nature. No one can predict. So I was 2 weeks earlier to see hundreds of thousands crossing. So
Yeah.
these are just hundreds crossing over. But I've been promised by Hermes that next year I would be more lucky and I would get some better pictures of the migration.
Yeah.
So this is it. We are on this side of the bank, and then you see the cars on the other side of the bank, and then you see the animals. There's a small part of the river, and then there's a bigger part, and there they come tumbling down, panic, action, and they try to cross the river.
Yeah.
And that's 2.3 million. That's about 1.5 million are wildebeest, and then you have the zebras, you have the Thompson gazelle, and then you have the impala, and even the topis. They keep following the rain, and that's how they go, moving from one place to the other. Well, I just saw one kill. It was far away. In this river, there are crocodiles waiting for a year. And when the migration starts, that's the opportunity they get to fill up the belly for a year. If you look at this picture, there far away in the background, you see on the banks a giant crocodile, and then further down in the background, you will see the hippos over there, and right up in the foreground, we are seeing the two zebras crossing. Wonderful setting. This you can only see such in the wild wilderness in the national parks of Africa, and especially when you come down to Masai Mara in the month of July, August, September.
Yeah.
That's a early morning sunrise. Yes, we went out every morning, and Hermes, with his expertise. See, I didn't mention that it was Hermes. Yeah, Nisha mentioned Hermes, Nisha, and myself were. We belonged to the same photographic club when we were there in Dubai.
Yeah.
And believe me, I saw Hermes and Nisha blossom into expertise of wildlife photography. And then, of course, yes, there were a lot of association with National Geographic. So when they said and when they promised me that they would be with me, Hermes would be with me on this 8-day trip, I jumped at it. I couldn't miss that opportunity. And Hermes knew exactly where to take me early in the morning, like this photograph, to get the silhouette and the golden backlight on the ostrich and the Thompson gazelle. And I always say, like I also mentioned on my Facebook, that when you are in Masai Mara, never order for breakfast in bed. You will miss this beautiful scenery God created. So step out, and then when you step out, you take the breakfast in the nature. You'll find different lights at sunrise. You'll find different lights, and you can have lovely, lovely pictures over there. We should start at 5 in the morning when it was pitch dark, pretty cold also, and you can't see anything. I don't know how our navigator, I used to call him Pilot Philip, how he could see in this pitch darkness and know which way to take. And all that you would see is the headlights and sometimes the eyes of the animals, like we would see hyenas and hippos, and all that you could hear were the noises. There were noises which I say that you wouldn't like to shake hands with in the pitch dark. Since I was not lucky with the migration pictures, we focused on the wildcats. When you lose some, you gain some, and I gained on the wildcats. So I tried making a presentation of mine on the wildcats of Masai Mara, S to XL. S is the small size, and this is the smallest of the wildcats in Masai Mara. It's called serval. You can see it during the daytime as well as nighttime. And this is a serval, and what you will notice that it has very long legs compared to its body size. It is having the longest legs in ratio to the body size among all the cats. And this long legs helps the serval to jump up to a height of 3 meters. So it most of the time it hunts for the birds in mid-flight. Well, that would be a great picture for us to catch if we can sometime. Serval catching its or getting its kill in mid-flight. These are all early morning pictures. You can see it from the light on the body rim. Very difficult to spot them, especially from July to September, because the grass has grown tall and it's yellow in color. So they camouflage very well with this. And sometimes you're lucky because, I mean, you identify because you can see the grass moving, or you can see that there's someone disturbing the grass over there. And then you wait patiently. And if you're lucky, you may get a shot like that. So once again, that's the evening shot. That's the evening shot, and that's the giraffe. And I take you to the next story, and that's the mid-sized cat, from small to mid-sized cat, and that is the cheetah. This one is proud Nima. Each cat over there has a name. I don't remember all of them, but I noted a few of them. And this one is Nima, and she was there. We saw her for the first time in the evening. And that's close to us. It was close to the evening shot, yeah. And Nima, we met her 3 times. We met her 3 times. And all the 3 different occasions, they entertained us with some lovely photographs. Nima has 3 cubs. What I heard about 2 months earlier, that the cubs were grown up and they had separated from Nima, and they are out on their own and hunting on their own. There's the 3 cubs again.
I love their eyes.
Yeah. The light was beautiful, Nisha, at this time, you know. The
Yeah.
light was beautiful. Sometimes you're very lucky. You know, you're very lucky to get the right light and you're in the right position. So this, I think they were definitely, we don't know who was viewing whom. Even if I was viewing through 500 mm, I think they have a better eyesight to view us.
Yeah.
So they were staring at us. And here they usually, it's a habit of the cheetah that whenever it gets an elevation, like this is a termite mound, it climbs up and then it starts looking all around, trying to spot. First, they're trying to spot is the hyenas. They're very, very afraid of the hyenas because the hyenas hunt in packs and hunt them down. And that is the one reason why the population of the cheetahs has dwindled. And we come up with cheetah saved the day for cheetah to save them. And here he's sitting with one of the cubs in the evening.
Yeah.
And the best time you can get is the family time, be it any of the animals, the cheetahs, the lion, or the leopard. Once they are with the kids, you have a great time, and they give you ample of opportunities to take the pictures. And these pictures are great because each picture gives you a strong storyline, which we need when we want to compete our pictures in wildlife or for the nature category. Here is the Nemo family playing. You can see the 3 cubs, one lying down on the far right-hand side.
Yeah.
And Nemo looking straight at us, making sure that we don't make any move. Just like the human being kids, just like the human kids. Pull and push and hug and even bite the mother, you know.
Yeah.
But while they are playing, like this picture, they're also practicing. They're practicing how to chase, how to catch the prey, how to bring down the prey. So this was taken in very high ISO. This was, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was something like 12,000 ISO. We should not be afraid to pump the ISO up. Because finally, what we want is that we want a picture. We want a picture of action. If we don't pump the ISO, we will not get the picture. This is 5.6. That was what my camera had the maximum aperture, 5.6, because I had taken 200 to 500.
Oh, yeah.
So this was 12,000, and I knew it that once I come back home, then Mr. Topaz would help me in reducing the noise, and he did a great job. You see.
Yeah,
So
it
yeah,
is.
you bring it. You got a picture. That's it. And this was told by my friend from Great Britain. We always set the ISO to auto. What we want is a picture. That's it. Then we will look at it afterwards in post processing. There's another good picture where we find all of them chasing each other.
Beautiful images.
This is on another day. We were late, but you can't be always there when they're having a kill. I think this was brunch.
Okay.
Yeah, this was somewhere about 10 o'clock. They must have had the kill, and now they're having the feast. Once again, if you see them, they're always looking out for the hyenas,
Okay.
because the hyenas come and they will steal the food. And that's an interesting story here. One evening, a long day, when we were returning back, and we were returning back a bit early because there were going to be thunder showers. It was very cloudy. And my navigator, the pilot, Numuri, got a call from one of his friends that the Nemo family had made a kill. So we
Okay.
came down to the site and we saw the three cubs crouching and the mother looking out for the hyenas. And while we are focusing, suddenly the kill, which was not dead, the kill was a live kill, jumped up.
Okay.
And it was this lady, baby Thompson gazelle, and it was not dead. What was happening was the mother Nima was giving the kids a practice session or a learning lesson on how to capture the prey and then bring it down. So what was happening was they were capturing the prey, then leaving it, then again chasing it, and again bringing on the prey. And this went on for quite some time. The only problem was that we didn't have much light because there was going to be rain very soon.
Okay.
But it was a wonderful, wonderful evening. We enjoyed watching something which I'd only seen before on National Geographic Channel. And here it is, the family and one of the cubs playing with its food.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when the rain came down, they washed out the food. They sat down and had a good meal, and we drove back because we did not wish to get stuck anywhere on the way back home. So that's the Nemo family.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another shot, another day, another story.
It's a
And that's
beautiful one.
the Rosette brothers. The Rosette brothers, we thought they were going for a kill, but they gave us, Nisha, the best photo shoot session we had of all, because I don't know whether they went with a reason and they sat at the right place with the right light and they gave us some right action. So this is the Rosette brothers, and we
Great.
followed them for about 4.5 to 5 hours. That's what we were doing. So it's different when you're going for photographs or when you're going as a visitor, a tourist to see the big five. When we go as a photographer, when we see a family, then we stick to them the whole morning. We know they're going to give us all the action. And if you're
Yeah.
lucky, we even get a kill with them. So maybe if you go with the tourists, then the tourists say, oh, we have seen the cheetahs. That's enough. Now we want to see the elephant and the big buffalo, water buffalo, or the leopard. They want to see the shopping list that they have. They want to finish with it. So this is the difference between the tourist and the photographer. We stayed by them, and here this picture shows them climbing up a huge mount, and they're about to jump. Well, these pictures are not very easy. I know Hermes went on telling me, Abbas, don't move your eyes from the eyepiece. Now, how long can you keep your eye to the eyepiece? You see, and you're afraid because they know once you move your eye from the eyepiece, they're going to jump and you'll miss the best picture.
Yeah.
I'm not in the habit, Nisha, of taking from the live screen. I don't like it. I have to put
Same
my eye
here.
on the piece. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And this is it. So you see, there's not much space on the left. I have extra space on the right. And if this guy had jumped on the left, I would have missed the picture. There he is. This is also another lovely scene because he went up on a small hill and we were right underneath. I think this was close to 150, 200 mm because I shot this with the D750. Otherwise, I was shooting with my Nikon Z600.
Okay.
So this was in the other lens, but then I got it lovely. It was a very sharp picture, no cropping. This is what it is, and he's looking at us because the car which we have had was a huge window, rectangle window. I'll show you the picture in the end, and this guy could hop in and have a share or tell us hi and then walk out again. It was so close. Yeah, it was very close. But we were so engrossed in the photography that we had no fear or no chance of having a fear at that time. So it's all in the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one still closer to us, and the position it is taken is as if it's going for a kill, not us. Maybe he was trying to look something far away, but then the light is perfect in the eyes. The position is just beautiful. These are two brothers. Here,
Yeah.
one of them climbing high up again. We just went on with them. We said, no, we are going to follow him, and we were having a great time. Here he comes up again. Beautiful light from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nisha, I remember you have taken some beautiful pictures from the backlit, and I was trying to sort of really copy you. I succeeded only in a couple of pictures, but well, maybe next time.
We all do that, right? When
Yeah,
we see
we
something.
keep practicing. We keep practicing. But then I'm so pleased that on this visit of Masai Mara, I had some wonderful, sharp pictures. Yeah, this is the one. This one I just was honored. Yesterday I got it in the Chicago Club Pictures. There are 40
Okay.
clubs in Chicago. They call it Kaka, and this one was awarded an HM. I call
Great.
it as a golden
Congratulations.
light. Yes, I'm sure they're going to keep seeing my pictures for quite some time now. Yeah, I have a good collection. Yeah, that's the one I say closest to you. Yes, I can make it still, though I can increase the contrast, but this is lovely. Even when you see the light on the,
Grass
we call it the
plains.
grass, yeah, beautiful lit up. And then you have the rim all over the body. So they knew exactly where to go and pose for us. This is a rare sight because I have not seen many pictures of the leopard climbing up the tree.
Yeah.
I've seen the cheetah climbing up the
Yeah.
tree. The leopards do it because they hide the food. The lions do it. They go to rest up to stay away from the flies. But this one climbed up because he wanted a better view.
Yeah.
And this was again, he took quite some time. We spent about 40 minutes because he went and he set up. We don't know what he was trying to look far away. They have a very, very powerful eyesight. They can see any details up to 3 miles. And their field vision is about 240 degree, whereas a human being is about 120. So their eyesight is very powerful. All that they need is good elevation. So here, this one is right up on the tree.
Yeah.
And here is the moment when he's jumping down. And we were very happy because all of us have captured different action when he's jumping down on the tree.
Yeah.
Finally, after about 4.5, 5 hours, they were thirsty. They went down to one of the small
Mm-hmm.
rivulets, and they came down. And here they are, both of them. And that's the one having or quenching his thirst.
I love the ripples.
Yes, that's exactly lovely ripples and the actions. I even like the claws. It's so sharp it is. It was a good lens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the light was a little harsh because by now it was about coming close to 11:30 afternoon. This is another one, and here just to show you how well they are camouflaged during this months of July, August, September with the surrounding. So you got to have a very good navigator with sharp eyes who can spot it, and they're good at it. Or they're good at it. Philip has done a great job taking us to the right place at the right time. And this one looked as if he was looking for a kill, and here he jumps out for a kill. I still need to practice, Nisha. You see, I was using 500 mm, and the cheetah, the the speed goes from 0 to 60 miles in less than 6 seconds. So I don't know when this guy ran out of my lens. I thought I was following him, but no, I was not following him. I got this picture and I'm happy. I got two of them, but this one was a
Okay.
good, better one. So
Mm-hmm.
he's in full chase, and then the kill was done in the grass. We couldn't see because the grass is so tall.
Yeah.
But then we ran. We ran. He took Numuri took the car in top gear, and we were among the first to come down to where the kill was done. And here he is with the kill. He's still not started eating them. This is a kill,
Yeah.
and there he is posing with the prize. And then very soon he got a guess. Well, if it was evening time, I would have said, guess who's coming to dinner. But this was a daytime, and Mr. Fox joined him.
Mm-hmm.
He thought he would be willing to share. Not, no, no, he was not willing to share. Not till we were there. And
Yeah.
again, he's always on the lookout for the hyenas.
Yeah.
So another day, another story.
Love the light.
Yep, trying to copy you. Trying to copy you. Still, maybe better next time.
It's
Well,
beautiful.
that we come down to the large size cat now, and that is leopard, the most elusive and solitaire. I
Yeah.
say elusive because a lot of people have gone to Masai Mara. And they've started seeing now because the population is growing. But when I went before, when you're trying to see the big five, you could see the four. You see, you could see the elephants, you could see the lions, you could see the water buffalo, you could see a rhino, okay, but the most elusive was the leopard. But this time we were very lucky. And this is one of the morning shots,
Yeah.
walking down. Yep. When I say morning, stretching.
Yeah.
And then again, here, Nisha, trying to capture the backlight.
Lovely.
Yeah, you stretch very well. Nice shape. And yeah, this part is black. It's black because they do controlled burning of the trees, which was done, I think, a year back. So there's a lot of ash. What you see flying around is the ash from the soil in the early morning time. That's why there's no greenery, no brown. It's black. And
Yeah.
that was a lovely background that we got with the leopard in the front. A few portraits, yes. A young guy, everything looks okay. 500 mm, no crop, right up in front.
Great.
That's the mother, the first morning. And I was wondering, what is it constantly looking into the other bush for? Or
Mhm.
maybe we thought that there was a previous day kill somewhere. So I was trying to look up till Hermes said that no, the mother has a baby cub at the other side. And
Okay.
she is guarding the baby cub. And then came the baby cub. But the baby cub came right, and this is how close they get to the cars. They don't hurt you as long as you're quiet. They come very close to the car. Most of the time, they come close because they need the shade of the car. They
Yeah.
find the shade very relaxing and cooling. But this guy in this car, which is called KBK164X, he did not get any shots. We were lucky we were at the other end, opposite end, so we managed to capture this lovely picture of the baby cub hugging the mother leopard over there.
I think it is Lulu and Cub.
Yes, Lulu and Ka, you are right. I forget the names there. You please help me. There's Lulu and Ka. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you who's the queen. Let me know the queen's name also, please. Yes, and there's one which is very old, 14 years old.
Yeah, she passed away,
She passed
I think a
away.
month back.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I was
Lorian.
lucky. I was lucky. I was Lauren. Yeah, I was lucky. I saw her. We saw it. She was looking old when she was walking. Also, we could see now, the
Yeah.
fur and the ears and all that. Yeah, that is the same one, Lulu and Ka. Great, relaxing, standing on the other side of the bush.
Mhm.
They're the same one. This was the same, what I said. I don't know whether it is the mist or whether it is the ash blown around,
Please.
but I captured the atmosphere very well over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a low angle shot. This is another cat.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember, Nisha, the name, but this was another cat, and this is a low angle shot. Now this is the lovely part. I mean, when you take from the seat, then
Yeah.
you do not get shots like that. When you sit down, like our car was modified, we had seats on one side, and the other side the seats were removed, and mattress was kept, and you were supposed to sit down. Yes, you get lovely pictures, but by the end of the day, your butt start paining. Yeah, because that's why there's a price to pay for pictures. So this was one of it. Nisha, they used to give me the hot water bag next morning to keep me warm early in the morning. I wouldn't use that. I would put my butt on those two hot water bags and prepare my day trip. So it was lovely. So this was a low angle shot. You got a couple of them,
Okay.
and that's the one. This was known as I think the queen.
Oh, this is in that case it is Lorien.
Lorien.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's right up on the tree, and this was the morning shot.
Mm-hmm.
There was a big impala killed. The baby's down, and
Okay.
she was trying to throw the impala from the treetop down so the baby could eat it also.
Okay.
And she did it, and then we left. And this is the beauty of this. We are right in the bush. We are right in the bush, and this cat is right about us. This would be about another 150 shot, just above us. And if it fell, it would fall on the car. And we went in the bush because we had the license to enter into the bushes. All cars can't go in the bush. You need a license for that. And we had the license, and we were over there. And yes, when I showed my wife the live on the Apple phone, she was afraid, and I told her that if the kids can go for extreme sports like bungee jumping and zip lining, this Nisha was extreme sports for me. Being right in the bush. There is with the kill. This is in the evening time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He had carried the kill back again. She had carried the kill back again. In the morning, she dropped it down. In the evening, it was right up.
Yeah, they do that quite often.
Yeah, they do it because I think they don't want the hyenas or the other animals to come and snatch it away. And there it is, looking good. Another day, another story. The extra large size, and that's the lion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had his kill, so the animals are safe behind him. No problem. He just walked away from them. He gives a good 1-2 hours of photo shoot with different light, early morning sunrise.
Yeah. Beautiful.
These are the close-ups of different lions. It's not the same lion,
Okay.
but I just thought I would put in some close-up. This was in the afternoon time.
Mm-hmm.
This siesta time. This is the same lion, the early morning walk.
Okay.
You got some lovely light on his mane. He would walk sometimes on the right, sometimes on the left. Sometimes he would look around like this one,
Yeah.
and you would get lovely lights from him. No kill, just
Okay.
beautiful pictures. Yeah. Excuse me. That's him again. You know, he just
Okay.
waited. He waited to catch different light on his mane. No, this is not the same guy. This is the same guy. And he kept walking towards our car. You know, he came very close. He walked fast in front of our car.
Okay. The light is beautiful.
That is beautiful. Yeah, we were waiting for that and some action.
Yeah.
You see, that's another thing for the photographers who are watching, not the ones who have been before to Masai Mara, those who are going to go. You see, don't stop clicking, especially like this or the other ones. You see, what happens is we don't know if the eyes are open or closed. We do not know if the two ears are standing up. You don't know if the legs showing the movement, and the best is when the tail is up. So when you take a series of shots, 15, 20, maybe more, then you'll get one which is giving you all of this in that.
Yeah.
That's the good shot that you have, you know. So please don't click one or two and then say, I got the shot. No, you'll when you go back home and then when you see it on the big screen, you'll find that the eye is not open or the ear is not in position. And this is an evening again. We saw this mother. Uh, she had a den, and in that den there were three small cubs. I think they were 10 days old only.
Okay.
And here she is with the tail up,
Yeah.
and again a low angle shot for us.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how you see in the bush, you know, in the grass in the season. And here she's carrying the baby. There were three babies, Nisha. You know,
Oh,
so we had three opportunities. That was wonderful part. If you miss, you got three opportunities to take, and she would go about a kilometer, and then she had found a new den. They keep changing this den every 3 days so that they're safe from the predators. You know,
yeah.
no one knows about the usual den where they are. So they keep changing den every 3 days. And here you see with one of the babies, and suddenly she just came out from the bush, like, you know,
Yeah.
clearing the grass. Here it is. And you see the little guy, just I think less than 10 days old. The eyes just opened. The eyes opened. Yes, they were not closed. This is the Marsh family. And I didn't put the picture of that kill. You know, we were on the way to the Marsh family to see them for this
Mm-hmm.
kill, zebra kill. But on the way, we found Nisha a fox kill. The fox was trying to kill a grown-up Thompson gazelle, and like Philip said, that this is only the second time he's witnessing this kill in his 10 years experience.
Oh.
I had just one picture of that because of the grass. I didn't get many good pictures. But
Mm-hmm.
here is the Marsh family with the three
Mm-hmm.
cubs, and I don't know, very, very, what do you call it, considerate dad, because usually the things they don't share till they are finished with the
Yeah.
food. And here is sharing with the three cubs. And those are the chops of the zebra. And the tail was with the little kids. The parents had given the tail to the kids, the zebra tail, for them to play with, you know.
Yeah.
Here is with the three lioness. And this is called a short tail lion,
Short
because if
tail.
you look at the tail is short. Maybe one of the accidents or hunts,
Yeah.
or maybe the fight for the territory with another lion. He
Yeah.
has lost a part of his tail, and that's the baby. I know, yes, there's a big stalk of hay in front of the kids, but that's how the nature and wildlife pictures are accepted. We cannot
Yes.
clone that. We cannot clone that. So please, viewers, don't tell us you could have gone a little bit right, a little bit left. I couldn't have gone any way. You see, sometimes we have to present the pictures as they are, you know.
And that's the beauty of it.
That's
You're
the
taking.
beauty of it. But the viewers or the jury in open category, they would say, oh, this is there, you know. Oh, yes, it's there. I couldn't do anything with it. You know, unless ask Hermes to go and clear that hay over there. That's the baby over there
That's so
in the
beautiful.
early morning sunrise.
Yeah.
Beautiful golden light. Here's the mother and the two cubs. Like I said before, it's a family time is the best time to get pictures. There were three cubs. I don't know where the third one's gone. Now this also is there. It was very difficult because the lion with the three lioness was a little distance. Had to capture it in 400 mm, whereas these guys were very close to the car. So when I'm trying to focus on the lions with a big lens, Hermes would say something's interesting happening with the kids here. So you have to switch the camera, you know. So this was again another test where you just had to keep switching between the two cameras. Here are the three cubs.
Yeah.
This is another tribe, much grown up. I think this would be about 3 months.
I think slightly
Right?
more.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The one in the foreground is the male, and the second one behind is the female kid.
Yeah.
You can see the mane coming up on the kid in the front.
Yeah.
Here he is. A nice picture, standing on the hind legs.
Yeah. The tummy look full.
Sorry?
The tummy look full.
Yeah, the tummy looks full. Oh, yes. That's why they are playing also. Here it is, with the mother and the two cubs, the brother on the left and sister on the right. And this is a very low angle shot. Another day, another story, and now especially for my friends of the feather, especially over here in US, we have photographers who do a lot of photography for birds, you know.
Yeah.
They go to various places here and raptors and all. So I said I must add some for them, and here it is, the kingfisher basking in the sunlight. The heron, gray heron.
It's a
Right?
different one. I forgot the name of it, but it's not grey heron.
No, gray heron.
No. I forgot the name of it.
Okay. We can put it on the chat afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's the secretary bird.
Yeah.
If you look at the legs, it looks like it's putting on stockings like the secretary. The glossy ibis. There are about 470 species
of birds
for birds. Yeah, most are migratory, and 60 species are of raptors. And this is one of it, the white-backed African vulture sitting on the termite mound. And there it takes off. Here again, you have to keep waiting till it takes off. A couple of times they didn't take off, and we had to just move on, you know. We said maybe the next time. This is the martial eagle, martial arts. It's the largest among the eagle, and it hunts baby gazelles and warthogs.
Yeah.
Here it is with its kill. I think it is baby warthog, if I'm not mistaken, or baby Thompson gazelle from the hind legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tawny eagle, ready for flight. And that's the only night shot I could get because most of the evenings were cloudy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Nisha, till you see me again in Masai Mara. Yes, thank you very much. And special thanks to Hermes, Nisha, Namuri, and the whole staff of Mara Trails, a wonderful camp, even lovely food, lovely lodging, and lovely story to capture every day. That's the car that we had, a very different, very modified from the tourist van or the tourist car. It's a Land Cruiser, powerful engine. And you see I'm sitting down on the car on the mattress, and give me a low angle shot. And if you see the door, which is on the front you can see the door handle down there. You can even open that, and then you take the bean bag and you're lying flat on the bottom of the car to get a much lower angle shot.
Okay.
So that's great for photography friends, and even the top is open. So for capturing, like for example, the leopard or the cheetah on the treetop, we had to sit down and then take a view from that to get the action shot. And that's lovely people, and that's Hermes, second from the right, always smiling. The one on my left is, I call him the pilot, Numuri. He had great driving, and on my right is the one who kept me happy as far as the breakfast, lunch, and dinner went. So it was a very great team and a great time, Nisha, we had over there. And this has always been my last slide. I never forget. It's the world is in a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. That's Saint Augustine. It was in 630 AD, and now we are in 2021, and he wrote this for us to travel in 630. 2021 is a much smaller world. We have non-stop flights, we have Google, we have internet, hotels, car booking. One call to Mara Trails and booking is done. Please travel, yes, but travel safe and stay healthy. Uh, Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Abbas.
You.
Abbas, there are a bunch of messages for us from a lot of people, starting from Malvika, Saidal Shamsi, then Nasneen, I think Saidal Shamsi and Malvika all were there on time. We had a little bit of technical glitch in the beginning, so there was a bit of delay. So they were waiting from the time we started.
Oh,
I mean, we were
I'm so
supposed to start.
sorry. I'm so
That's fine.
sorry. It was a glitch, but we sorted out thanks to
Yeah,
my
we
Sunny
sorted
over
out.
here.
So
Yeah,
you know,
and
it's
Nisha, we sorted it out because I'm using a different system.
yeah,
But
that's
thank you all. Any question, Nisha?
I can see a lot of hellos from a lot of
Uh,
people.
well, Saeed has to be there because if it was not him, then I would have never seen the empty quarter. Only thing, if Saeed is live now, Said, you have
Yeah,
promised me,
of course, he's
and you
there.
stick to that promise, I know. So, hope to see you soon and hope to do some astrophotography in the empty quarter, inshallah. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So I think
Okay.
even just now, Saidal Shamsi sent another message. Great presentation. So
Thank you, Said. Thank you. Thank
Ali
you.
Malik is here saying thanks, and Latif. Shabir, I haven't read all the names. I think a lot of
Yes.
people were here, and everybody is saying awesome, thank you, and wonderful images inside. I haven't seen any question. It's all beautiful comments for you.
Yeah, I mean, the settings most of the time was 5.6. The ISO most of the time was auto, except for the sunrise and sunset shots. And the speed was, I was always keeping on 3,000, 3,500 when it was the bird shot, the action
Mhm.
shots. And if I had the time and
Okay.
they were portraying for me, then it was F was 8, and then the shutter speed would come down to or 258 of a second. So I don't have to discuss more on the technical aspects of the camera or the lens. The camera I used was, of course, yes, I have been a Nikon guy all along,
Yeah.
and I was using the Nikon Z6 II, and the lens were Nikon 200, 500, and Nikon 720, no, 70-200. So those are the two lenses that I had with me. And of
Then
course, yes.
there is Masood Khiraluwala from
Yes.
Kenya.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I would love to meet you one day. That's so nice. You made me a happy man. I would like. I know. I cannot compete with the pictures of the people staying there. I've seen Nisha. She's already there most of the time. Thank you, Masud. Thank you very much. Next time I'm there, hopefully to catch the migration again. I hope I'm lucky. I'll give you a message before I come down to Masai Mara. Thank you.
then yeah, Malvika, again, it was a lovely
Yes.
presentation. Objit and myself really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, Malavika. Thanks a lot.
Um, then Arif mentioned that till we see your pics again, keep clicking. We enjoy seeing them. Good luck and God bless.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Arif. I
And
mean,
then Ali Asgar, majestic
yes.
shots, loving the Masai Mara clicks makes me want to be there tomorrow.
Yes, sure. I mean, it's an excellent place. Like I said, that this is one place for any photographers. I don't say you should have it on your bucket list. I think you should have it in your list of tomorrow, because it's one stage which is God's nature, which keeps changing. And I forgot to mention in my presentation that it's what Nisha and Hermes are doing, is the conservation of this nature, which we all should contribute. We should do our best to make sure that these animals remain in their natural belongings, and not our children and not our grandchildren, but even our great grandchildren get the opportunity to see these animals. Because I was told when I was there that the population of cheetahs are dwindling in Masai Mara. They've come down considerably. Maybe weather changing, maybe the territorial changes which is happening with them. So we have we've got to make sure that we as photographers, we mention it in every presentation of ours, that we try to conserve this beautiful, beautiful God created land, uh, be it Masai Mara or be it Serengeti or be it in any of these African countries. Please do that with your pictures and do that with your talk.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
only 6,000, 6,000 plus. I mean, below 7,000 is the cheetah count as of now across the world. So it has come down from 200,000 to 6,000 in 100 years' time. So
My
that's
God.
what is the decrease what we are seeing in our lifetime. So if we manage to survive that, that is a miracle. So do whatever is possible in our time, what in our ability. That's the whole idea.
Sure, Nisha, sure. You're very right. So,
And then Mustakir, hello Abbas Bhai is saying awesome, does not enough to do the justice. Excellent presentation.
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Uh, yeah. So yeah, there
Okay,
are
thank
so
you.
many great messages. So I would like to thank everybody and thank you so much, Abasti, for
Right.
this time, and I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity on this platform. Hopefully, if I have another interesting country or another interesting visit to Masai Mara, I'll get in touch with you, and it will be a pleasure to present for Paws and Trail.
Oh, it's
Thanks a
not just
lot.
about Masai Mara. I know you keep traveling, so whenever you have a new set from a new place, something
Yes.
interesting, we will always be here to share that
Give
experience.
me your best wishes. The next would be Antarctica, hopefully,
Oh,
if COVID lets me. Thank
wonderful.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining in and giving me your support, all the support, because we all need the motivation and appreciation. So we keep on enjoying and trying to do our best. Thanks a lot, and good day to all. Thanks, Nisha. Bye.
thank you. Thank you
Good
so
day.
much.
Bye.
So
I'll,
that was Abbas ji with all his wonderful images, be it on, as I mentioned in the beginning, whether it is going to be landscape or wildlife, he got his own way of showing things, and his frames are amazing. His the way he captured the light and the moments and the story, and the way he narrated. I mean, it's a perfect combination for all the positive notes. So that was Abbas, and then we will be coming back again with another wonderful person with some other stories from the wild or in nature. It can be macro, it can be wildlife, it can be birds or landscape in that matter. The date and the person's detail as well as the plot we will let you know soon, but we have a couple more coming up for this month to end 2021. Please make sure you all are safe, got the vaccination done, and using all the COVID precautions. It's very important as the new variant is kind of spreading. So please, please, please be safe. Take care. See you all soon. Bye bye.